this a change in the agenda here? Or it's
Well,
just
those are
as-
just the things that we're gonna talk
Is-
about. I didn't.
Does everybody else have the agenda or
No,
just me?
just you.
Okay. Is there any need to change the agenda? Right now we have reorganize the board, the minutes, lights for the fire side of the station, personnel action. That would be executive session. Public hearing on town, village municipal plan. Joey Clark will be here, talk about several things. Scott Fleewer on the ambulance. And rec needs approval on a new hire. Then Penny Clark asking to use the building for cribbage. Second Monday, September through March. There's nothing else to add, then we'll get it started on the minutes.
Actually, we can't
So
approve
I
it.
think you, okay, yeah, there's 2 minutes, there's March 2nd and town meeting.
Right.
Alright, so
And I gave you all a copy of 2019, just so you know who is who on board, reorganization stuff.
Mm-hmm.
alright, we'll probably have to jump to that because I was not here for a town meeting.
Okay.
And until Dean comes, we won't have a quorum for that. So, will we have enough to reorganize the board?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Alright, today's 16th.
Mhm.
Actually, we can't even do the first one.
What's that?
We can't do the first one.
To,
Because it's gonna be, no, you're down here.
yeah, okay, alright.
Because I'd say the first one is, we can't approve that one and we can't approve the other one yet until Dean or Polly gets here.
Why?
Polly's not
You have
coming.
2.
Terry wasn't here the last 2 meetings.
Oh, I was talking about the nominations for the reorganization of the board.
But on the first one, we can't do it because I would have to represent the chair as for a nomination for,
Oh, it's Terry?
Well, he entertains the motion, and
Oh, he does?
you make the motion, he seconds it.
okay, we'll do
When
it
he
then.
steps out, then you say all in favor.
All right. Ready?
Except no.
Where's the list?
It should be
It's right here.
something that's marked 2009, yeah, that
Alright, so we start the meeting with reorganization. And we'll start with the chair.
So I go through and nominate Larry Jarvis.
Second it?
So a motion been made and seconded to nominate myself, Larry Jarvis, as chair. Any more nominations? Any more discussion? Having none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Alright, it's getting old.
Yeah, but you're experienced.
We'll,
Mhm.
we'll make sure we get a full board next year. Alright, so the second would be the vice chair. Do I have a nomination?
Yeah, Carol Eternal.
And I'll second that. Any more
Oh.
nominations? Any more discussion? If having none, all those signify by saying aye.
Alright,
Aye. All those opposed, say nay.
We'll have more people next year.
Yeah, you can move up the chair and you get a vice chair, right? Okay, alright, so, board clerk,
I move to Billy Joe Draper.
do you have a second?
second it.
Motion been made, seconded to have Billy Joe Draper as a clerk. Any more nomination or discussion? Have none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Alright. Now, tree warden,
Nominate Joey Clark.
I'll second.
motion been made, seconded, from Joey Clark to tree warden. Any more nominations? More discussion? Having none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Alright, emergency management chair.
I was gonna be,
Oh, Tim, yeah, it has to be him, he was vice, so we'll make, should make him.
okay. I nominate Peter Letourneau.
And I'll second that nomination. Any more nominations? Any more discussion? Having none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. You're gonna step it up this week.
Yeah. We sure are.
Vice chair, emergency management.
I nominate Dean Wright.
Teach him to be late.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion been made, seconded. Have Dean Wright as the vice chair. Any more nominations? Any more discussion? Having none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Fence viewers.
Well, I'll nominate Dean Wright, Gary Draper, and Peter Letourneau.
I'll have to second it.
I'll have to second it.
Okay, you second it. Right.
You're on there. I'll second it. Any more nominations? Discussion? Having none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. Weigher of coal.
I nominate Charlene Bordeaux of Border Brothers.
Second it.
Nominations made and seconded for Charlene Bordeaux. Any more nominations? Any more discussion? Having none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. That's one that we could probably try to do away with at some point.
Yeah,
Same with this next one. Inspector of wood shingles.
I'll nominate Joey Clark.
Second it.
How do we get rid of those?
I have to find that out.
Okay.
About a motion and second to have Joey Clark, wood shingles inspector. Any more nominations? Have none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, say nay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the TAC position,
Nominate Joey Clark.
And Peter Letourneau.
so there's two positions for that?
There typically are, I
Okay.
believe.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, so Terry made nomination, and Joe, actually Pierre did, and I'll second the nomination for Pierre. Any more nominations? Any more discussion? Have none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed say nay. Health officer. That's an open spot right now.
Buddy?
Dean?
We shouldn't come in late
Yeah,
when we do
didn't-
reorganization.
Didn't teach you to
Should
be
have
late.
got here early, huh?
So now that you're chair, I don't know if anybody has an idea, health officer,
Well, you mentioned one person a few weeks ago. Do you want me to contact that person?
yeah, probably can.
I didn't do anything because I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it vacant for now?
We got a new year coming. I have to do
Right.
it. The chair has to do it if we don't have a nomination. Animal control.
I'll nominate Dorothy Preston.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Dorothy Preston's nominated, and seconded. Any more nominations? Any more discussion? Having none. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Pound keeper.
Nominate Carol Turner.
No, that's Dorothy, that's Dorothy also.
What is?
Yes,
Okay.
she just didn't put it in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
You should, right?
Nominate
Yeah, I
Dorothy.
should have written that differently.
Yeah, yeah,
Nominate Dorothy Preston.
I'll second.
Dorothy Preston is nominated, seconded for pound keeper. Any more nominations? Any more discussion? Have none. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Delinquent tax collector.
Nominate Brian Jackson.
Second.
Fran Jackson has been nominated and seconded. Any more nominations? Any more discussion? No, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Town grand juror.
I'll nominate Terry Wright and Ginger Miles.
I'll second it.
Nominations for Terry Wright and Ginger Miles and seconded for town grand juror. Any more nominations? Having none, any more discussion? No, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Sorry.
Oh, aye.
All those opposed, say nay.
We don't need to do the
We're
library
sleeping over
trustee.
here.
Ballot, so that
Yeah,
can be
multitask.
Okay. Town agent.
I'll nominate Larry Jarvis.
I'll second it.
Larry's been nominated, second. Any more nominations?
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Pass.
Listers.
Was there any write-ins?
Mhm. Well, they're just always those same ones, but there wasn't a winner.
Okay.
There wasn't enough to have a winner.
Was it still just Guy, Bro, and Bob?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
help out Kermit.
Mm-hmm.
They like to do that.
You moving?
I'll move. Both.
Do I have a second?
Second it.
The motion's made for Guy Brown and Bob Garrity as listers, seconded. Any more nominations? Have none. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, say nay. Yeah.
Hey, just out of curiosity, what's a town juror do?
I think they keep law and order or some such
Well,
nonsense that's not in existence anymore, but that would be one of those to add to
One
the
of-
list.
Yeah, maybe we wanna take a look at that too. Not that you want another
You
job
wanna
or
take
anything.
you wanna take a job with me? Huh?
Well, you're getting overpaid.
Oh, which I forgot to do your paychecks. I'll do that and send them out. And then, you do get paid. Completely. There's some, unless I have an email or I'll forget again.
Alright, so next on the agenda, we still can't really do the minutes, cause were you here at either of the meetings or town clerk?
No,
So we won't have a quorum tonight, yeah.
we'll just do it
Yeah.
next.
So the minutes will have to be moved to next meeting.
But hey, on that right here, in the open discussion part, were you gonna mention anything that Sean had kind of given a highlight?
I wasn't, but you could,
I think that was that after that was kind of during the break anyways,
it
wasn't
was,
it?
right, it was at the non-binding business.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next on the agenda is lights. And can installation go ahead now for the fireside station?
Must be those are out there.
Yep.
They were ordered because there was a discount through, Efficiency Vermont.
Before March 1st, hopefully. Hopefully get them before March 1st.
Well, I don't know what did happen there, but something happened.
Efficiency Vermont changed something in their policy, so even though they were ordered before then, we didn't get the $50, we got the $30.
$80.
$80.
We
So
did 30 today.
30 instead of the 80, but if we hadn't ordered then,
Right.
we wouldn't have gotten anything.
Good deal.
Well, it would have been a better deal for the, a little bit earlier.
If they hadn't changed something, I wonder if too many people were taking advantage of
I don't know.
the situation. Not sure.
Oh, well.
So they're all ordered?
They're here.
They're right by the doorway when you walk in, you see all those boxes to the left when you came in.
Yeah.
So we gotta give the go ahead for Carpenter or?
Yeah, I make the motion to, give the go-ahead to Tim Kane to install the lights.
I'll second it.
A motion's been made, seconded to have Tim Kane install the lights on the fire side of the fire station. Any more discussion? Having none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Alright, moving right along, we have personnel action that we need to go in executive session for. And then we get the public hearing here in 10 minutes, so you have a motion.
I'll move. We go into executive session.
Second it.
Motion made, second to go in executive session for ambulance personnel. Any more discussion? Having none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. So 6:20 and we're in executive session. So we'll officially do it anyways. We got a public hearing on a town village municipal plan. It's required, it was warned. And we'll go through the motions. Municipality of Enosburgh Town and Village of Enosburgh, notice of public hearing Monday, March 16th and Monday, April 6th, 6 p.m. Enosburgh Emergency Service Building, 83 Sampsonville Road, Enosburgh Falls, Vermont 05450. Notice is hereby given to the residents of the municipality of Enosburgh, including the Village of Enosburgh Falls, Vermont. The Enosburgh Selectboard will hold two hearings on Monday, March 16th and Monday, April 6th at the Enosburgh Emergency Service Building to consider for adoption the town and village of Enosburgh, Vermont Comprehensive Municipal Plan pursuant to Chapter 117 of Title 24, Section 4387 and 4384 Vermont statutes noted. By state statute, municipalities must prepare and update their town plan every 5 years for all municipal plans adopted before July 1st, 2015. The Enosburgh Municipal Plan expired on February 2nd, 2020. This plan revision focuses on updating data and outdated information, the addition of a new enhanced energy plan, and a review and update to the recommended implementation actions. The purpose of this hearing is to receive public comment on the adoption of the amended Enosburgh Municipal Plan. Enosburgh Municipal Plan includes 14 sections. Visions for the future Enosburgh, Chapter 1, Purpose, Chapter 2, Community Profile, Chapter 3, Historic, Archaeologic, and Scenic Resources, Chapter 4, Natural Features, Chapter 5, Housing, Chapter 6, Education, Chapter 7, Public Utilities, Facilities and Services, Chapter 8, Transportation Planning, Chapter 9, Planning for Hazard Resiliency, Chapter 10, Energy, Chapter 11, Economy, Chapter 12, Land Use, Chapter 13, Compatibility with neighboring towns and region, Chapter 14, Implementation. A full text of the plan is on file in the Enosburgh Town Office and the village offices. The plan proposes goals and policies that impact the entire municipality of Enosburgh, including the village of Enosburgh Falls. This plan is intended to be consistent with the goals established in Title 24, Section 4302. So we'll take this time and wait for any public comments. You guys got any? If not, we'll do the
The Jeopardy countdown.
we can just make a note that there was no one from the public besides this filming crew and the select board president and the town clerk.
Yeah, that's,
We have another one of those, the next meeting the next meeting will also be here as well.
Yep.
Because of this.
no.
Alright, seeing nobody from the public's breaking down the doors, we're gonna move on
Chair of the Emergency Management Board.
with our other items on our agenda. Joey's not here yet, so we can probably go through some. Is he here?
No, I guess not.
Alright, so we got a warrant, we'll probably go through that.
We had an issue at our building with the thermostat, it kept sticking, it would get really, really hot, and turn it down a little, then it got really, really cold, so that's why John came out of office, and then Joey was having a problem that didn't seem to be able to be corrected, but he went over there and Joey says it's been good ever since.
For these,
Yeah, for those two.
I'll circulate and check that out.
She's really scanning the board of that camera. Does he look at it?
So Sunray's already been to the Opera
To
House?
the Opera House, and they went again the other day because there was something that they had to tweak, and they needed to hook up the phone line for the, one of those other systems. It it needed its own direct line. It couldn't be on a line, I think, before, I think it was in the line with the elevator.
Mhm.
That's in there. So I needed a designated line, so I had to call and arrange that, and then when they came up, they were fixing something else, so they did that.
You find any icicles in there?
BJ, did you hear any more on the Opera House or anything?
Yes, he said that when he looked at it further, it did seem to be the problem of being in the conduit. And I think he had Sunray look at it too, maybe, when they were
Okay.
there. So it does seem like the problem is getting into it,
Right.
not around it.
Yeah.
Terry, what's gear keeper, mic keeper, Epilon mount? A mount for the radio system or something? Fire store?
So let's say gear keeper, mic keeper.
Joey?
Here's a fellow can tell us right here. I don't really know Larry. What's this? We got a bill here at the fire department. Gear keeper, mic keeper. Something mount. You know what that is?
No, not for sure.
I don't know if it's a mount just for the radio or something on
I
the
don't know if it's
dash.
on your jacket, on the coat.
Oh yeah, I think Mark ordered this for
There's three
one of the
them.
firefighters. I think it's the
Yeah,
the
something on the
retractable.
coat.
I
Oh, I see.
You know, one of the that you can hang the mic on, retractable
okay.
cord there. Yeah, I believe so.
You're better.
Yep.
Boy, we're scanning that camera all the time.
You're next on the agenda, Joey, so
Okay.
might as well come on up.
So we had a CPR training seminar?
Fire department did.
Fire department did?
There's another bill, but I didn't have time to enter it. So. That goes directly to Bakersfield Fire Department for the use of their training material. You
Did-
get that the next time.
Did Mark see those too as well?
No, I made copies and put them in his box so he can see them when he looks at them on Wednesday. He typically comes out.
Alright, so we were just barely talking about the Opera House, the water situation.
Yeah, I got your message here. Sorry, didn't call you.
I
back.
figured you're busy there.
Kind of forgot about it, and then I saw Dean, and he mentioned it.
Something that we're gonna have to tackle sometime probably this spring or when it's not so busy maybe. But
Water's coming in there somewhere.
he's thinking that it's coming through the conduit. So I don't know if it's following maybe the outside crack where the conduit comes through the wall and then gets in the conduit right there.
Well, most of them joints, they glue them together there, and they only last so long. You can start getting water in there.
Yeah.
So that could be it too.
Is it, I wonder where's the conduit come out?
Yeah, so I don't know.
Isn't that?
Could be too sweet if it just had a place it got in above ground, could seal off and.
Well, that's possible too. If it's
Solve the
not sealed
problem.
up, I mean, some of it could be coming just
Yeah, I wonder.
directly into the top of the pipe out of the sky there. But
They want to
if
do
it's a
some sort of
continuous stream that's
project
running all the time,
over there in the parking area / lawn. They're supposed to send an email and I'm hoping to have it before your next meeting
Project. Build something?
to make things better. And I said, well, we,
For drainage?
Mm-hmm.
right, but I
It's
said that,
simple, it's just a matter,
but I said that it's always very, you guys have all used the Depot Street, how much water accumulates in front of the Legion. And that street is not one I don't believe that the village has to maintain, cause it's a state street, is that right, Joey? So, they don't really, it's not a good place to put something that drains out to the road, I don't think they want their own catch basin. I don't think we need to get into that, but if there was a way to put it into the street, that'd be better, but I think they were talking about having their own catch basin.
in that parking area of the Goodhue lot,
Mm-hmm.
there's a catch basin just outside the curbing of that parking
Right.
area.
Just doesn't,
Of course, all the water that drains and melts off in there runs out into the street.
so I expect they'll wanna come and discuss that.
it's not rocket science. Don't need to make it $20,000 with engineers and stuff.
No, we don't need to mention it.
Right. I would think if you're trying to tie into the village, then we probably need to pull them in on this, don't we?
Well, they're actually co-owners of this building,
Right?
so they should be working right with us, and it's a
Right.
matter, yeah, just trying to get the two together. I think it's kinda hard to do it right now. Still might be some frost here and
Right.
there, and plus you probably have to get a
That's not.
dig safe around there, and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And
Well-
them, the village, you know, they get a lot of stuff in the ground there, storm drain and water, sewer, not sure where everything is, but storm drains on that side of the street, for sure, in that area.
I know in the past they've just been reluctant to do a lot of work on that street. I think it was explained by Gary Denton that the state technically owns Depot Street.
Yeah, that's weird, they own the road, they own the right of way, or they own the, yeah, I don't know how that all works.
There's something confusing about that street.
Because of the railroad.
railroad probably,
I think
yeah.
between the two streets, they own most of both of them or something there. But they're still village streets, I believe, and they maintain them, but I don't know if they have to get permits from them to
Something, probably.
work there.
Yeah, because Railroad Street is pretty much theirs too, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. And the village blacktopped that whole street last year.
right.
alright.
But usually if you're gonna put a catch basin in like that parking area, I mean, I don't know how far they're ever gonna go with it, but you'd wanna probably fix it, grade it and pave it, you know. It'd be hard to have a catch basin in a gravelled area where you're not.
If there's a catch basin right there in the road, what good's it gonna do to, why wouldn't you just use that one instead of putting another one in up there?
That's where it goes. I mean, it tries to go there. I know the
Yeah.
street's a little out of shape, so it kinda gets out into the street
Yeah.
before it gets over to the catch basin, but.
Yeah,
Maybe we can regrade that.
or the village can,
Yeah.
But sometime this, when we're not quite so busy, May or June or something, we'd probably get rid of the village and we do a site visit or something, try to figure out best case scenarios.
If it's coming in a conduit, then probably that's the only place it's coming in, or you don't know.
I don't know, I didn't go out and see, it's just what,
Yeah.
He did say they were gonna see if an electrician could give him an opinion.
Well, they glue those joints, and that's only,
yeah.
they don't usually last, and then water gets in those joints. Or it could be cracked, you know, getting in somewhere else there too.
who does the electrical work over there in the Opera House, anybody know?
Andy usually, or?
Yeah.
We've never been the ones to actually hire somebody, so.
Okay.
It's
Whoever they get.
usually them.
Yeah. Maybe sometime this week I'll go over and take a look inside.
Maybe
And
just
get some
follow-
rainy days coming, maybe if you
Yeah.
did it on that rainy day, you might be able to see.
I know they were talking before about something there, what, a couple of years ago, drainage.
Yep.
Put new drainage around there. If the only place it's coming in is in a conduit, then that might be an easy fix. You might dig down,
To find that
replace
conduit.
the conduit or fix it, or,
Mhm.
but it's probably coming in other places as well.
It does come, so it's coming in electrical box through the conduit, but it comes in like the furnace room, like through the walls,
Mm.
from the stone walls, so.
It's gonna be hard to stop on a stone wall.
Yeah.
If you figure it out,
Get
Joey,
that
let us
rubber
know. We
stuff
got a
here
house
that
we need
guy-
to do that with too.
Advertises there, what's that seal
Okay.
stuff?
Flexi-seal.
Flexi-seal.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the stone walls. Alright, so you got some stuff for highways,
Yeah.
a lot of other great stuff.
Just some of the normal annual stuff. Here's a municipal road general, well, this is fairly new within the last couple of years. We've done one a couple times here, but municipal road general permit planning report. Filling out this report showing the contacts and stuff that we've done. It just needs to be signed by Larry.
It's just a report? It's
Yeah.
not a, oh, it's not, a-
Municipal road general permit.
it's not the
planning
permit
report.
itself.
No, the permit, here's the, I think you got this too, Billy, but there's the due dates for different things. This report's due April 1st, when we owe them.
See, this was
Oh, I don't
rigged.
think I did that, Joey. Did you forward it to me?
They
I
got,
think so.
this is the
Oh,
second
you forwarded it to me, but
document
I
I
didn't get it
got
on my
tonight
phone.
with me as the chair.
1350
Yeah.
is what we owe them.
That was
already knew
before
that.
reorganization.
They already knew
They'll
that.
send us a bill, but.
Oh, before.
Amazing.
An invoice or?
We let them know ahead of time.
Yeah, okay.
Bills for annual fees will be mailed in early May,
Oh,
so we'll be getting the bill. So there's 3 things that are due. April 1st, that report needs to be in. June 1st, we owe them $1,350. That's our annual fee. And then the end of December, we gotta send them another form sort of like that. It's erosion inventory submittal form. And I think then at that point, we gotta send them another $240 processing fee. We budgeted money for that, and that's in there. That's for
This
roads
is just
general.
from the runoff problem, right? That's why you have to do this now?
Yeah, water quality,
Mhm.
yep,
That new, I mean, a couple of years ago.
yeah, these are to do with the
But it covers
hydrologically.
you for the whole season or a
It
year?
does, yeah.
I like
Last
it.
year, we
I
didn't
like
have
it
to
till
pay
our
that
farm
fee
permit.
because we had prepaid from the year before.
But it's a yearly thing, so
But
I'm just
now
trying to put it in the minutes.
Now it'll be every year, yeah.
Water quality for a year.
And we've got it on our, it's on our budget for municipal roads general permit there. We budgeted, what, $1,800 or something like that. This is the one from a couple of years ago, same thing. There, so that's that. Yeah, is it right there, Larry? It's down 2/3 of the way down, should be municipal road general permit.
1,800, yeah.
Yeah. So that more than cover
Why does it
1350.
say actual expense for last year 0?
Because we paid it the year before.
Yeah,
Oh,
I budgeted again last year thinking that was gonna be due last year, but when we paid it in the beginning,
yeah.
it was prepaid for last year already. Didn't really understand that. But now it'll be due every year. Probably it'll go up too. As time goes
Nobody's gonna
on.
have any more money after this. It shouldn't go up, everything should go down.
The Bridge 50, I've been trying to carbon copy you and Polly, cause I got your 2 emails. I don't have the rest, but on the bridge down by the falls here.
Yeah, you tried to get hold of somebody from the state before you closed it.
No, this
No.
one, this one by the falls.
In the village.
Oh, this one here, oh, okay, yeah.
Did you see where Vaughn has sent Jesse
Yeah.
Bugby, the village's lawyers, a couple pages out of the act,
Yeah,
1986 recodification of Title 19, it's the Act 269 or whatever.
sounds like it should be, we shouldn't have to do anything,
Sounds that way, yeah.
and they just gotta accept it.
From what I
Their
took
lawyer.
from that is what, you just need to piece together the definitions of different things to come up with that. Like the definition of the town is also not just a town, but it's also villages and cities incorporated within, and then select board is not just select board, it's alderman and village trustee board. And then definition of highways includes the highways and bridges and infrastructure within.
Within each
And
district.
the duties of the select board / trustees is the responsibility to maintain your highways, which includes bridges. So I think if you piece together those different definitions, that's what the guy from the state was getting at. He just never sent. You see where he resent the same email that he sent back.
And he asked somebody else to look it up,
Yeah,
or our lawyer, or here's where you find it.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have my phone with me there, you could look it up.
Yeah, we had a little discussion about it. I said, well, if it's already on paper someplace, why can't we just get a copy of it? Or tell us where to find it so we can copy it.
Right,
But they kinda, yeah.
so right now it's gone to Jesse.
Vaughn sent those 2 pages of that 1986 recodification to Jesse Bugby. from the village, so I don't know. I assume you haven't heard anything from anybody.
No, but can you send me that email tomorrow where that you sent to Larry?
Yep.
So I can share.
Yep. So that might get straightened out eventually.
Well, yeah, especially when you got this other bridge issue right now.
Yeah, it makes it a little confusing when you're talking about both bridge 50s at the same time there. But
Yeah.
just have to make sure we specify Missisquoi River or East Bakersfield Road. So yeah, and then an update on the bridge up on the East Bakersfield Road. Pierre, I don't know if you know that we closed it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, last
Okay.
Friday.
Good call.
It's closed right now, so until somebody
You
was.
look at it?
Yeah.
So what is it, the further abutment or?
Or, if you want,
It's the one on the fireman is the one I've been watching the most.
Oh, that side's,
Yeah. And from the last time I checked it, when I checked it a week ago from Friday, I noticed this crack in the, of course it's an old farmer concrete there. It's more fieldstone, there's concrete kind of thing. So it's all unraveled, and there's been quite a hole in the abutment to start with. Well, this last time, a week ago Friday when I checked it, it was like this little crack in it, in the layers of it that weren't there before. So I checked it again this last Friday morning, which would have been a week later, and I could see changes in it again. It looked like that crack had like, where the rocks and stuff had all kind of like deteriorated and started to slump down. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that crack has probably opened up quarter inch, half inch, I
Yeah,
would guess. That's
half
what it
inch
looks
probably.
like, yeah.
Yeah. And if you look straight up from that, that's the ends of the beams.
Just right.
right there.
Yeah.
And the end, when St. Anne's did that back in, I think it was around 70-ish.
Early 70s, yeah.
Yeah. Mark Cody figures what they did, they poured a big huge hunk of concrete back, and then they poured in place in that concrete these big rebar slate type bolts, or maybe they're just rebar,
Yeah.
like huge. And they tied into the beams, both ends, top and bottom of each beam.
Yeah.
Well, they've kind of rotted off over the years, because you can see them in that layer between the two when it's not full of dirt.
Oh,
You can see them, and they've pretty well rotted off. So maybe before, there's a lot of strength of those being back, anchored into that concrete back.
there's
But
nothing, it's just.
with the thought that those are rotted off, and that's the end of the beam sitting on top of this pile of rubble,
Yeah,
and it's all of 75 feet probably down to
Yeah,
the
Long ways
road.
down there.
It's that far down?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't realize it was so deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
quite.
Even
quite
that abutment, there's a lot more rocks falling off from now than what there was last fall.
Yeah.
There's probably another 1.5 to 2 feet
Yeah.
deeper than it was last fall even, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah, when something like that, you take pictures?
Yep.
Okay.
I've been taking a picture every month when I inspect it to compare, to see is there same rock still in the same place. And that's what I noticed, like over a week ago Friday, there were some rocks missing, but they were kind of down on the bottom. They had fallen off years ago, but they're just kind of sitting there. They're gone, but they probably didn't do much for the structure of it anyways. But that crack was the most concerning thing, and then like a week later that crack had changed and gotten bigger, and it's like, nah, somebody's gonna get killed here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you sent to the state at the beginning of the week,
Yeah, that same
The
day.
issue.
Yeah, I called Jim Coda and then sent him an email.
and they haven't been up yet.
No, he forwarded that to Pam Thurber. She got sent back an email she had sent the two inspectors that had inspected that bridge the last time, asking them if their schedule was free so they could go up, take a look at it, because they might be the best ones to look at it. They did it the last time, maybe they'd be more aware of the bridge.
So even if we did some of what they wanted us to do last year, it wasn't gonna address that particular
No.
area.
No. Other than we did turn the ditch and stone line the ditch to get the water away from that abutment, which
Yeah.
was better. That was helpful. But
That opened it up so you can see it better at least.
yeah, get rid of the grass and the brushes. Like, wow, doesn't look like you even want to drive over it.
Mm.
So I talked to Jim Coda today because I had a FEMA meeting with FEMA, or conference call with FEMA and Jim Coda as well. And not at that time, but later in the day I called And, they're going, he's hoping, he's gonna check with Pam again, but he's thinking probably within the next couple of weeks to get somebody up there to look at it. I was kinda hoping like they'd come today, but
Yeah,
it's not really worked that way.
so, because it's not gonna be on the replacement list right off.
This'll probably speed it up, but even fast isn't fast.
So the alternative is a temporary bridge over the top?
Depends on what they say. They may say, oh, you know, you can open it back up to 3 ton, 5 ton, who knows? I don't know what they'll say.
Right,
Or they may say, yeah,
at least,
no, don't have it.
yeah, at least the town won't be liable for, once they inspect it, they put a limit. And,
They'll still say in the end, in the fine print down the bottom, say it's still the town's bridge, town's responsibility. But they probably will suggest that you could.
but if we
this or
have a
that.
limit or something on, and somebody goes through it, that's, you know, heavy over that limit, it's not gonna be on the town then,
Right,
cause it's been posted for that weight.
right. And that is the downfall. If you do have a 3 ton weight limit, unless
They're going to,
somebody's gonna go through there that's gonna be much heavier.
Oh, yeah.
it's gonna save time.
So I guess the thing is to do now is to let them do their inspection and see what they say. Go from there.
It seems odd that they know the bridge is closed down and they don't come up right away.
Well,
You
they're
think
probably
it'd
busy
take a
with
little-
other things right now.
Oh, they are. I mean, they got their list of stuff to do.
Maybe some of the flooding.
This was.
Maybe it'll, you know, they may come tomorrow or the next day or something. I just haven't heard anybody, nobody's gotten back and said we're gonna be there a certain day or anything.
Actually, could have been a little bit from the flood, not much power that came through the mountain there, 'cause that road above there was pretty washed out.
Yeah.
But didn't identify it then.
No. No, it'd be pretty hard to make them believe that was any result. I'm sure that heavy rain, all that rain that day didn't help it out any, but the damage was pretty well done here.
So, is that gonna affect you guys? How do
yeah.
you get around?
Oh, big time.
Go your way.
Oh,
Only half the farm's over there, right?
Right. No, but hey, it is what it is. Not much you can do about it.
And unfortunately, the dugout bridge has got a 5 ton limit and it's only about 12 feet wide, or if that, 10 feet wide.
Yeah.
But,
Plank.
sorry, I was gonna say, if that does affect a farm, does that get their action going?
Maybe so.
that'd be nice if, even if they couldn't speed it up too fast to get some temporary bridge over the top of it there.
Yeah,
Does Montgomery own that one that they had?
they do.
Would that would be big enough? Too
I
short
don't know how
probably?
long it should. Yeah, it went over the Trout River there. I'd be surprised it'd be long enough.
Or the Longy Bridge was.
Yeah, they
covered
had
bridge
temporary there, yeah.
Do they rent it, like the state rents theirs?
I don't know, I don't think they have, but then, well, they might if they didn't. I think their reasoning was for, they got that through a grant, class 2 grant.
Yeah, I
so
remember you talking about
State
that.
paid for like probably 90% of it.
Maybe the stipulation where they can't lend it out to anybody else.
There may be, yeah.
I don't know.
But their plan was to use it in another, like that, once that bridge is done, they're gonna store it and then they had another place for it. They're gonna put it.
Right, within the same town or.
Right,
you know.
which I don't know which bridge that was. Maybe I'm not sure. There's another bridge that they gotta do some work to within the next few years now. They plan on putting it there, so
Yeah.
they'd probably be a little skeptical about letting us
Yeah.
have it, not knowing when they'd get it back.
Like the one at Tannery Bridge, that temporary bridge was there, what, 6-7 years?
Yeah, right.
Lots of bridge inspections.
Yeah, that was an inspection once a month too. And then, they started out $1 a foot. The first 2 years was it, and then they started doubling the price every year after that.
Now the state owned that temporary bridge, right?
Yeah, we paid rent to them.
Mhm.
It's pretty cheap to start with, and then when they started doubling the price, it was, as an incentive to give it back.
Which didn't make any sense because
You're
waiting for a grant from them.
Right. Then we had to do some repairs to it too. Some pieces got jammed up. Had to pay to fix it, so. So FEMA update is, just had a meeting with FEMA today, conference call with them, so that process has started for the flooding here last October, November. That's about it for that. Got another grant application, the Vermont League's equipment grant. I wanted to put in for some barricades, mainly to use on the Boston Post Road there when the flooding happened there. The October rains there, I lost one of our barricades. I don't know if somebody stole it or got washed away, I'm not sure, but and the other one got damaged, so the ones we've been using are ones that the state gave us years ago, and the reason they gave them to us because they couldn't legally use them anymore, so they're not really the high reflectivity that they should be to use there. But I always figured if somebody's gonna steal something, they might as well steal something not too valuable. We've kind of gotten to the point now we need to add
replace it.
something, so I got down 4 of those type 2 barricades. They're $126.98 a piece.
Is that the Jersey barriers?
Yeah, no,
No.
they're not Jersey barriers.
How long are they, Joe?
10 foot long.
10 foot long.
Yeah,
$126?
yeah. They're plastic.
Oh,
They're
those,
plastic and they're all in pieces, you know, and you can fill them with sand. So
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty cheap for concrete.
no, these are plastic.
Well, I figure if someone had to steal it, they had to have a pretty good person, but if they're just plastic, yeah, well.
Yeah. No, it won't take much to steal them. That's the unfortunate thing, but they're convenient. You know, you get something you can throw in the back of a pickup and get down there in half an hour or something and get them put up. So you can buy type 3 ones that are bigger, but they're 10 feet long and 5 feet wide, and to stick them up in the back of a truck. And
How many of them did you say? 3?
4 of them. I was gonna go just after 2, but then after this bridge being closed, I'm thinking, well, if that happens where you got 2 places to do it one time, there it might not hurt to have a couple extras. So $126.98 a piece, $194 worth of freight to get them here. So it's like $700, a little over $700 for the 4 of them.
Where are we getting them from?
It's through the state contract, which this is the grants through Vermont Leagues of Cities and Towns. But you call them and they'll tell you, you know, you prefer you go through the state contract. You can go through who you want to, but you gotta have a good reason to spend more money for no reason. So it's through Eastern Metal. They're out of Elmira, New York. They've got the state contracts. And then Mark, through the fire department, is putting in for 1 set of turnout gear for one of the firefighters. We got all new last year for most everybody. We got a new firefighter. We got to have another new set. So that's $2,033. So this grant will, for turnout gear, pay up to $1,000. That's the most they'll pay for turnout gear is $1,000. So if approved, they'll pay for half of it basically.
Mm-hmm.
With the plastic barricades, they'll should pay for like 50% of that, half of that. If we've met all of our requirements that they sent, the inspections, when they did inspections of the different buildings, we gotta show where we've done at least, covered at least 50% of those, and I think we have.
More than 50%.
More than 50% probably. I put a note on there, cause I gotta send that back, the things that they picked up at the town office. I put a note on there that it's a pretty good possibility you're not gonna spend any unnecessary funds on fixing things at the town clerk's office, cause it's a pretty good possibility you're not gonna be there much longer, so that should make sense. Other than inspection of the
Right.
fire extinguishers, and you started doing
I
that.
did that, right. Because they wanted the water in the basement fixed, they wanted us to have an alarm system, they wanted a lot, remember you read that?
Yeah.
So you-
And then they wanted the building painted, but there's no sense of pouring
Yeah.
anything until.
I guess if I could've brought that to me, I'll pay you
Oh,
too.
true, that's true.
I had enough though. They- Just talking about the need for the spaces and doubling up on the vaults.
Yep, I think Billy Joe just covered it all. No heater smoke detectors, water in the basement, yep. Paint on the outside. And there's some things at the Opera House there, I don't know if do you know if that got done or not? I think one
I
thing
think
was,
I think most of them were being done. I think there was two things that couldn't, something to do with the exit lights.
yeah,
I think they
there's
need to have those replaced.
fire extinguishers not being inspected, I don't know if they started doing that or not.
They do have a different outfit that does the GME.
Well, they need to do them themselves.
That's right.
Monthly, just like what you've been doing. And then, yeah, it says emergency lighting did not test properly.
That was one thing that they couldn't fix.
And there was storage in front of the electrical panel, that's pretty easy, you just
Move
move
it.
that to one
Which I did
side.
tell them the next day, so they did, I noticed that right away.
What was the story of the emergency lighting, BJ, didn't?
You noticed, remember Terry, you
Oh, I
were at an
noticed it.
event?
Yeah,
And I didn't think that he tried to put some new bulbs in some of them, but I think there was one or two that need more than a bulb, they need like replacement.
oh, okay, cause I brought that to Matt's attention there. And
Right, so I think you guys just probably should make a decision like to have those serviced
Oh, yeah?
to replace if they can't be repaired.
Mhm.
They did
So,
cancel the show Saturday, but probably indefinitely, but needs to be done.
so if you guys approve that, just need Larry to sign that, he's the senior municipal official.
Oh, you've been signing everything tonight.
So, alright, motion is seconded to do these grants.
I'll move.
Second it?
Motion's been made, seconded to have Joey do these PACIF grant applications for barriers and firefighter gear. Any more discussion? Having none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. I just signed your budget.
Yeah, I think there's a line off, it says,
Right above where my printed name is.
yeah, right under where I signed. That's supposed to wash away the corona?
Was it just one?
Yeah, yeah, just that one application, they want you to combine all the departments on one, cause each municipality can only do one grant per year. So once you do it,
Okay.
you're done for this year, so they wanna make sure you include,
All the other areas.
yeah. And, earlier this winter, there, the fence around the center monument got knocked out by, what's his name?
I have his name and phone number.
Yeah.
I forget it though, but I have it above my head.
Charlie Hitchcock or something like that.
Yes, he was a very nice man, he's older.
He plans on fixing it himself. He was gonna go through his insurance, but I guess the insurance didn't wanna pay to fix his old truck or whatever. They're gonna raise his insurance more than the truck was worth. I'm not sure which, but he says he's gonna fix it himself. He does carpentry work and he's gonna buy pressure treated lumber and he's gonna fix it. And I did see him there actually the other day stopping and looking it over, so
He was honest about
I just
what he had done.
figured I would mention it
It was
in
during
case
snowstorm.
somebody else comes in and says something about it and wants to know about it. If for some reason he doesn't, I got his insurance company name and a claim number, so,
So you
Seems like I know-
hit it with his old pickup, huh?
Yeah. yeah. Rather, if he doesn't go through with his pickup, if they'll still cover the offense or not, I don't know, but we can.
What was his name?
Charlie
Charlie.
Hodgkins, that's what it was, Hodgkins.
Yep, that sounds right.
HODKINS, that's how I spelled it, I don't know if that's right, but.
Okay. Okay.
I guess that's all I had, unless you got questions about some of those bridges or something here, but.
No, but with this virus thing going on, I don't know if we may have to do the emergency, end up doing anything on the emergency list, depending on how
There's your
bad.
man right there, he's the coordinator. He's probably already got some backup plan already. Some emergency shelters and everything probably all set up.
And Dean is his vice chair.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dean was late to the meeting.
I'll teach him
Never
never.
again, huh? At least not till the next one.
Keep being late, you'll be dog catcher.
Or a health officer. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know how bad, if it will get that bad in this area or not,
Yeah, I don't know.
but I'm just kinda thinking is if the ambulance might get overwhelmed at some point where people might be just calling because they're scared and who knows what.
Yeah.
I think they had their first case.
Sean Coleman did
The
send an
Plattsburgh
email
area.
about it the other day. I didn't really like read it in detail, but it was some tool with it.
I printed those.
I probably should give this to Pierre.
I think they all got one. It was from the department, it was on the Vermont Department of
yeah.
Health's website, but it was from the CDC.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was good information.
See, like right now, we're supposed to be 6 feet away, I think.
Especially from a guy who just come from Germany.
I know. And I thought it was kind of funny when he was allowing flights out of London and Ireland, because I'd already come through there, and I don't know if any of you have traveled across and
No. No, I haven't.
and had to land in London for a connecting flight. You want to talk about massive with a lot of people. We had to get on one terminal on a bus, and it took 10-15 minutes to get to another terminal. And you know how you always go to your gate, it tells you what gate to go on. It wouldn't tell you that gate until that flight was within 45 minutes. So this huge area of people just congregated at it. And I'm thinking, he's okaying this?
Yeah.
I think it was 2 days later that I think he closed that one too.
Did you see any strange practices or people masks? Or
Oh, there was masks all over, everywhere as you went.
Oh,
And then what they said there was, that's the worst thing you can do, because you're incubating yourself,
it's
you
true.
know? And it's not gonna help much of the time. It'll help if you have it and you start coughing, so then you have something.
Keep it to yourself instead of spraying.
And so that's why I avoid the mask.
Mm.
But anyways, I'm on day 8 coming back, so
Halfway there.
halfway.
No fever.
Germany and Austria, I don't, and all the news never really talked much about it. I don't think they really got hit there much yet. But it was below them, Italy, coming up in France. But it's just a traveling.
Did you get that, Pierre? Sean did send one the other day, there was something to do with it. Email on it.
I'll have to look it up.
If you, you just forward it to Billy Joe, and then she could probably get it out to all of us.
Yeah.
So then on something like that, seeing how. You know what we should be doing in the library?
They've
They
actually closed the
closed.
library.
Okay.
They're going to be working. They will bring books to anybody in the Enosburgh residence. They will bring them out to your car if you pull up to the curb, things like that.
Yep.
But they've closed to the public.
And we've got that on our website?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I do
Alright.
want to, at some point, talk to you guys about what we should do at the town office, if anything. I will do what you want. St. Albans City or St. Albans Town, I guess, will close their office to the public. They are still there. They will fax and they will email different documents to people, but, or make an appointment, but they're not open to the general public anymore. So I don't know what your thoughts are, if you think it's safe enough. I'm gonna continue to be there regardless of whether I'm open to the public or not, but I think you guys, should have comments or a say in that, so.
Do you, how much of your stuff can you really have to have personal contact that can't, how much can be dealt with over the phone?
If they know the book and page, I can email most anything, but the problem is, now that the feds have dropped the interest rates, there's gonna be an influx of title searchers coming in to do refinances. And it's hard to be closed. I'm not feared for myself right now. I guess if it gets closer, it might be safer to look at doing appointments, so there's not trying to do 2 or 3 different people in there. It's close quarters, that's my worry. Like if we could do appointments,
Right.
then you're only having one person in there, or having somebody maybe in a different office, or set up a table in the hallway so they're spread apart, because you all are in there all the time, you know what it's like, it's very tiny, and people might not be comfortable with each other, but I don't see how we could close
So if we were to,
completely. Like, I can't go home, obviously.
Right.
But
but if we were to do something like what town did you say implemented?
I think it's St. Albans Town has closed to the public.
So we wanna
So they
put
are,
that into practice now? At least that way it's, cause I mean, cause we're not coming back for another,
Well, there's some towns that have closed completely, and they're going to follow the same thing as the schools. If the schools go back after April 6th, then they will reopen.
we won't be back for
I just
3
don't wanna
weeks.
do the disservice
So
to
we-
our taxpayers if they're
Right.
trying to refinance. I mean, they need our vault.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
So,
it's one thing to have people like that, but you don't need, it's maybe too bad just to have the general public coming in to ask you questions they could answer over the phone.
Right. We could put up a note on the door.
Yeah.
You could email, you could text, you could phone. You could do dog licenses, we will mail them to you, you can drop a check to us, things like that, but, just to be on the safe
Yeah,
side.
we're
We need to
here-
do our part too.
We're here,
Right.
please do not enter, you can call this number, we'll help you unless it's,
Yeah, we just need to do our part, like the government's trying to tell us, everybody to be
Mhm.
careful.
And BJ, that's not a bad idea to set up an appointment for these people that need to come in, for title searches. or
Yeah.
whatever
Mhm.
that
Yeah, I don't wanna hurt
Right.
anybody's chances of getting a low interest.
Right.
Right. That'd be the thing to do, is just,
Okay.
you gotta come
but
in.
it's the lawyers.
That's
that
what I would
usually come
say.
in, right?
The paralegals and sometimes lawyers themselves.
So they're familiar with appointments, so they would respect that.
I think so, and we have lists of emails, and we'll just send out and I think a lot of them now are gonna start calling, because there are so many that are closed. They probably would, and we'll just say, we're doing appointments only until after April 6th, and then we'll reevaluate then.
They actually might appreciate that, then they're in there.
was he
several
motion on
of
that
them.
or not? No,
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
no,
What's that?
we don't need a motion on that, do we?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay,
And then probably gonna limit Mary's hours. I might have her, if she wants to do some stuff on the weekend when nobody's there. I think that
Yeah,
might be
especially
okay.
with
Right.
her conditions, and she being that vulnerable group,
She would be, so I'm just gonna put my foot down.
yeah.
Has she expressed any concerns?
Not at all.
She was
I'm
pretty-
fine, my numbers
She
are
was
fine.
pretty happy when,
Yeah.
when I called her today, she was laughing.
She doesn't, I mean, I think she knows it's a serious thing, but
Mhm.
she wants to pretend
Yeah,
like she's not vulnerable, but she clearly is.
Mhm.
oh yeah.
okay.
Alright,
Did you have salaries down on the agenda?
oh, you know what, that is on here,
I did, and
in salaries.
Okay, so
I
what,
told her I had talked to you about that this morning.
yeah. I hadn't had a chance to do it, but maybe the fair thing to do is to call around all the towns around us.
See what their average
Find,
is.
yeah, not just the hourly pay, but what they get for benefits, if they got health insurance, if it's fully covered or partially covered, or
Yeah.
how many holidays, how many vacation days, how that all works, so it's all, so you know what everybody around us. Some are up, some are probably down, and it probably averages out somewhere there, so.
Did Montgomery ever hire for that price?
I don't know what they hired for, they did hire someone, I don't know what they paid them, but.
I don't think it's gonna be good.
No, it's,
You know, you talk about a depression and then, you know, there could, I mean, a recession, but then it could be even a depression,
Nice guy.
you know, down the road. You really,
Yeah,
you
I
really
think
don't
it's,
know.
I think that's very real chance.
You really don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah, so she's gonna
I'm
get
gonna send
that
out
for
an
our next,
email, yeah.
next meeting then, we'll address that.
If you could have a list to include it all too, so we're all.
Yeah,
we
I
all
have
know.
an email that I was kind of sending out, and it, like, do they pay retirement?
3 weeks,
How many days do
Right,
you
we,
have?
like now
We
we
don't
have
make it 3
short-term
weeks,
disability, do they have
Right,
short-term, do they
and
have,
what
like,
Well,
you-
2 weeks.
And I thought, like, if they can send all that,
No, 3.
Hey!
I could put it on a spreadsheet.
Still to be smiling.
I could put it on a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, and then it would be easier
Yeah.
to review what
So,
gets what.
Oh, well, I can.
that way,
How are
then,
ya?
I mean, everybody knows what,
It's all on the,
yeah, everybody gets and whatever you guys decide, I mean, it's, I know a couple of years ago, or a few years ago, we talked about it and decided to do 2% for everybody each year, which is an annual thing.
yeah. Well, we budgeted more than that,
I know,
but we'll check around to see.
because of, yeah, other towns around, I guess, are hiring for more money than these
Yeah.
guys are making, and
You don't wanna lose your guys
kinda
to
rubs them the
that.
wrong way, and
Yeah,
and I know he
so to
wouldn't
be
say it,
fair,
but Joey is at the lower end of the spectrum as far as foremans go, and he does a good job.
yeah.
So if it was called around and see what everybody in the area or surrounding towns, all the surrounding towns,
Yeah,
and come up with something, I guess, or maybe we'll have to leave it as it is with the economy being the way it is. Is what it is, I guess.
well, we gotta pass in the budget for more than that.
Right.
So, we
Yeah.
know it's gonna be more than that anyways. but
Right.
Just the same
We'll
budget.
decide it on,
Yeah,
after she gets
well,
that.
well, that'd be my suggestion, cause I don't have anything just for it, so if somebody calls around, gets all the information, then maybe next meeting or something.
Yeah,
None of
Okay.
none of the other foremans are as good to work for as Joe is. so
True.
That's right.
They won't.
Can't-
You
can't be.
do, you
There's
do
no
get
way.
praise every town meeting.
There's no way it can be.
I heard you guys went so fast you couldn't even give him the praise and he wasn't there.
Yeah, I know, we're like,
Yeah, I walked in.
and goodbye, yeah.
Everybody's talking, I said, oh, perfect, you know, must be there in recess between the two.
They were.
Walked up to Roy Carpenter and he's talking to me for a minute, so I guess I'm just in time, well, I'm just doing the highway. No, he says, we're all done. We're gonna go eat lunch.
They were so excited to give
Okay.
you your praise, though, they did it during general fund.
Yes, they did.
Oh,
They didn't
really?
even
Yeah.
get to the town.
Hmm.
Just couldn't hold it.
No, they couldn't.
So, wanna move on there, we get a couple of things
Scott's
there.
here now.
Yep, I'll get it. Well, maybe he wants this chair.
Do we have, what's the agenda, what do we got going on? Anything good?
I'll leave it for him just in case.
Oh my God.
See ya.
See ya, thanks Joey.
Did we get an update on the bridge?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll fill you in after.
Oh, both.
You wanna do the minutes?
I've been in the loop on the village one.
Yeah,
But yours, there was
Yeah,
some
we can-
concern
we can do the minutes
about
now, we got enough.
no emergency vehicles.
Oh, I didn't.
We wanna go back and do the,
And we get four minutes.
It's a good.
what, you get a what?
Yeah, it was okay.
Here, I can give her mine. I mean,
Oh, you can give me mine, her mine, cause I'm,
What is this? What are
it's
we?
just a minute.
We didn't get to approve one, we didn't.
Okay.
we didn't have a quorum, hey, come on in. Just
Okay.
go right back, trying to approve the minutes real quick.
Scott.
So you got minutes both on March 2nd and 3rd. Which I wasn't, Terry wasn't at, so it's basically you three.
Good. And, yep. I move to accept,
Second
Both or just one?
love both.
I'll second it.
The motion been made, seconded to accept the March 2nd and the March 3rd minutes. Any more discussion? If having none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. Alright, great. Hey, so now that brings us to the ambulance director, Scott Fleetwood. And different things to talk about. Paramedic intercept, stipend, Jesse Ramsdale's hours, losing 2 AMTs, night weekends coverage, and a new couch.
That one was messaged to me after the fact. So.
Okay. So, we can get started on Kelly Coda's.
I'm going to personnel.
Oh, you want to go into personnel? So, you need a motion to go into executive?
Yeah, take a motion.
I'll move.
Second.
Motion been made, seconded to go in executive session for ambulance personnel. Any more discussion? If having none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Alright, so it's 7:35 and we're in executive session.
So, couch.
So there's a discussion on the need for a new couch for living quarters in the ambulance.
Yeah, if we're gonna do that, might as well do mattresses too, because
We just did mattresses last year.
did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, those are not comfortable either.
Well, we get a real comfortable couch then.
What are
Funny
they for?
guy.
Are they
I don't know, what
twin beds?
Does this couch is just a couch, it doesn't pull out or is it?
Recliners or anything like that.
No,
Just a regular.
why not? Does it get recliner? I don't.
That one does not. The other one,
Yeah, the other
newer
one
one
does.
does. Yes, but that one does not. It's just a.
Adam said maybe it'd be nice to have a couch, pull up on the couch, you could pull it out, and if you had a third person there, somebody training there, somebody this, that, or whatever. Yep, sounds like a good idea to me, but.
A couch that can turn into a bed?
Yeah.
So in that case, we'd authorize, $1,000?
Sofa beds are much more expensive.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. So,
You think $1,000, have you shopped around
Or-
or do you under that?
Yeah, just,
Authorize you up to $1,000.
I mean,
and then just come back if if the better one is
I'll
gonna cost more
I'll say
than.
right now. I mean, the frequency with which
It gets used.
we have that the pullout is actually going to be used
Right,
is not, in my opinion, worth the
the extra.
extra money to.
Okay.
So just a regular couch.
9 times out of 10, it's just 2, and then I'll sleep on the couch sometimes myself just because it's.
If you get a good comfortable couch.
It's better off to get a better couch
Right.
than
Yeah,
to
get a
focus on a.
couch.
So, yeah.
I don't know.
Sorry me, I'm.
See what you can get for $1,000, and if you
Yeah.
need more, just
I
call.
move to authorize the purchase of the couch.
Second it.
So a motion is made, seconded to authorize expenditures up to $1,000 on the new couch for the ambulance. Any more discussion? And having none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay.
Is that a leather one over there now? Is it, or make-believe leather?
I think
it's
that fine.
Leather.
Yeah. Believe.
Vinyl or
Yeah, whatever.
pseudo leather.
Well, it's probably good because then you can wipe it.
Yes.
It's like a pseudo cow.
Wasn't that the couch and Dean had the chair and he lost the chair
Out
or
on the
something?
interstate
Oh.
On the
and crashed.
interstate or something
Oh,
like
yeah.
with it, or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next?
all I got for
That's all I
Scott.
got.
Unless
Okay.
you had something else.
Nope.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you.
Stay safe.
Stay virus free.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna move on to the rec needs approval on a new hire. The resume is attached.
Did they appoint someone?
They did interviews with
Yep.
people, and this is the one they felt
They chose?
This is for what,
I don't know.
to work at.
This
the-
is where Kathy Gaston
Right.
uses
Right.
receptionist or something?
Yeah, like
or-
part-
Probably like,
community
it's less than 10
center.
hours a week.
Yeah.
Who,
He's got the resume.
okay. Michelle
Gagne.
Oh.
This is her address. Where she lives, must be.
It seems to be.
Oh, I'm
148
well
Beans Road, St. Albans, Vermont.
I bet.
Passionate human service worker with over 5 years' experience in equal education, advocating for and working with vulnerable populations. A strong background in customer and consumer related services. Seeking to enhance personal, professional development skills as well as experience and longevity working within a passionate and collaborative environment.
So if they feel confident doing it, I support it.
Missisquoi High School. She's a young girl.
Oh, I didn't read everything.
December 2019 program assistant. Okay.
Yeah.
2019 to present. Spenti Health Client Care Associate from April 2019 to November 2019. Assistant After School Site Coordinator for Franklin Northwest Supervisor Union, June 2018 to April 2019. Program and Outreach Coordinator at Highgate Library from March 2018 to August
Sounds good.
2018.
Sounds qualified.
I'll move.
Second.
So motion been made, and seconded to accept Michelle Gagne for the position for the rec hire. Any more discussion? If not, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Right.
Hey, on something like that, do we have, where we would check their record, criminal record,
Their what? Their employment record, their references?
criminal? you said
All right.
criminal.
So,
We had talked about,
That's all been suspended right now during this time.
so Penny Clark is asking to use Big Room, that one in the air. Sunday evenings for Cribbage Club, second Monday of every month from September through March. They, the group, would donate to the fire department for this use.
is there any trainings or anything on Mondays?
Sunday evenings.
Sunday.
Sundays.
It says Sundays and,
Can I say something?
Oh, Sunday evenings for Cribbage Club,
and
second Monday.
So
second Monday, that's.
second, I should have put second Sunday.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe it to be Monday.
I was
think
gonna
it's
say.
Mondays. No, it's
Sunday
Sundays.
evenings for Cribbage Club.
I must
So it'd be
have
like the
just typed that.
second
Sunday of every
Second
month.
Sunday of every month,
Sounds great.
not the Mondays.
Did they have this before? Did they use the
At
Legion?
the Legion.
Yeah,
It's got
Well-
too costly.
oh, too costly.
That's what I understand. I don't know this for a fact.
Hmm.
Pierre may know.
I think this is something, on the wayside, because the women play on Sunday night, the women play on Monday night at the Legion.
Okay.
We pay to use that facility, or they pay to use that facility.
Okay.
The men play on Tuesday night at another location,
Okay.
so this is something completely different.
Okay.
Or not. Maybe it's because Legion's got too expensive. Maybe I had my days mixed up.
Oh, so this could be the Monday
Right.
of the,
Maybe that's why I put second Monday.
Second Monday. Back to the question.
I thought it was Sunday.
I put Sunday and Monday. That's where my mistake came in.
Well, you gotta know about
Maybe
Larry wrote
it's-
Sunday.
Well, maybe this here means Monday evenings for Cribbage Club,
Let me just text
second
Joey.
Monday. He was right here, he probably would've known,
I
huh?
know.
Because the thing,
Or
well,
does he play cribbage?
No, but Penny does.
You know, he might say, I don't know, that's.
So then, it
Yeah,
also
it's-
says something about donating money to the fire department.
No, they didn't say money, they just said would donate.
Oh, they would donate.
So maybe it's donuts or
Donate what?
something?
I'm fine with it as long as there's no conflicting regularly scheduled events.
Cause Monday evenings might be,
yeah, but this is not,
if we have a meeting planned.
Correct?
Yeah.
Or-
Wait, that's the second Monday
Because-
though, we're
no.
on first and third.
Correct. I don't know if
well,
there's
I think we need to have more
anything else.
information on this, because if it's the ladies group, they play every Monday, starting in September
Maybe
until
they're
March.
moving to here.
I know, but they're still playing every Monday.
Okay.
And if they're charging their members,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Nothing.
We
Do
should
we
be.
charge?
Well, that's why they would make a donation to the fire department. That's
Well,
why.
that's,
Yeah.
there's gotta be a discussion on that.
Do we
She
charge?
volunteered it, wasn't, she said we would make a donation.
Right.
Do we don't normally charge when people do like Zumba and things like that up here? Never, exactly.
It's supposed, it should be, we should be
Well,
looking at
should
that.
and do are two different things.
Well,
So,
He's answering, I see bubbles.
okay.
It's Monday.
right. So there's a women's league playing
It's Mondays?
every
Yes.
Monday night.
And they wanna play here. What do we think about it? Are you fine with cribbage?
Yep.
Fine with cribbage? Fine with
Is it
cribbage.
gonna interfere with anybody?
That's what I said, as long as it
Working?
doesn't interfere with any trainings or regularly scheduled meetings.
That's Tuesdays
Well-
are firemen.
And
It's gonna affect
Wednesdays
their
are
meetings.
DRB.
But if we got,
It's the second Monday of
No.
every month.
it's every
It's-
Monday.
It's every Monday. They play,
I'm just, the note on my desk said this, that's why I wrote what I wrote.
And it's September.
He's still
through-
bubbling.
September through,
through March.
Through March.
Because we start in September and we get done in March.
Okay,
The women start in September, they get done in March.
okay.
I'm just thinking if we need,
Every Monday
if we
night.
need the hall for a meeting or a big meeting or, you know,
Right.
They'll just have to find another
Joint-
location
joint
then.
meeting or something, you know.
So
That's-
we'll tell them,
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
not as easy.
Okay.
or maybe they'll participate in our thing first, then before they play cribbage, right? We need more, like tonight, we had nobody for the public.
Yeah.
We could've had a bunch of
We're
cribbage
in
people.
quarantine.
It's
What kind
over
of
2
public
hours.
did you
The
think
games
you
are
were
over
gonna
2
get?
hours long. You-
Were you in the league?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mary gives bad messages. So she said it's every Monday night, starting the Monday after Labor Day and running until the second Monday in March.
Bingo.
September to March. Okay,
Boy,
go for it.
I
there
said,
you go, have at it. Next question?
We have to join in on cribbage, we'll play with the women's cribbage league on Monday nights.
Alright, so we got this all this
Yeah.
handout, so we can study on that,
Yep.
and did you just give me 2 of these, or?
I brought two in case that we needed to
So,
share.
so this is for Pierre, cause you're gonna probably need to study up on your emergency procedures here to get that situation. The governor calls, I'm gonna give him your name.
Oh, is that the list of all the contact people for emergency management?
Right, the one that you guys just signed if you would fill it
Yeah,
out.
I found an update one. I just, at the meeting I was at, I just found out who's the person for the SU.
Good,
So
Pierre.
then we're gonna have to go through and update this.
We just did.
We-
2 weeks
No,
ago.
I know, but we went through that one quickly so that we could get.
We will have to re-update
Well,
it,
we're gonna
I'm
have to
just, I'm just saying, if this virus situation gets bad in our community, we're gonna have to fall back on
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
this. So we should familiarize ourselves, let's take home and study.
Take home homework.
Yep.
And that was, just some copies of that. That was a handout at, town meeting.
The Opera House handout,
Mm-hmm.
is it okay?
Yeah, I wanted to bring your attention to that. We have, which I didn't think you knew about, because I didn't.
So that's who the Friends of the Opera House employees?
Yeah.
Well,
There's something
this was handed out at the,
I think we had a table for handout and that was there,
okay.
because they missed the deadline for the book apparently because they never sent it.
5771. Where's your thing there? I'm gonna change it. They put that in wrong. You'll never reach me at 5177.
I bet you I got you in my phone number.
Yeah, I know.
What is it?
5771.
5771, no. 782?
That's only the last numbers.
And that's your home number? Okay. Alright, so we've got just a few
Liquor
licenses.
licenses and overweight permits.
Wait, permits.
I paperclipped them.
Just wanna make sure nothing else was in
Yeah.
there.
That's a good one.
Keep quiet before I get into it.
Got 2 new trustees, I see.
Where are our new trustees?
Cindy Minor and Heather Moore.
Who's Heather Moore?
She is the grant coordinator at the SU. You see her, she comes to a lot of the
Ah, I didn't know
meetings.
she was an Enosburgh resident.
Yeah, in the village, obviously.
Pleasant Street.
Oh, Pleasant Street? Alright, here's your upper house letter. Did you, oh,
You also check that one?
One doesn't because it must have been sent in
Oh,
on a bigger check for the company because we didn't get it.
so Lee should have a couple of places to sign then.
no, I didn't bring my pen. Thank you.
You gotta pass it to him.
Yeah.
This is like
Oh,
at
there's
school and
2 places to
everybody
sign.
has to use the pen.
2 places in that bundle. Oh, another dairy center.
Oh, 2
There's
places?
usually in Stonebrook a restaurant
There you go.
and the.
Country
Country
Club.
I didn't know how to operate that one.
Oh, she's
Gotta
gonna
manhandle
Country
it.
Club again?
I see.
What's that? "802 Spirits."
That is the liquor store. On Main Street.
They're gonna become popular.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna be home with their children a lot more.
Exactly.
They're gonna see how much you're worth, Polly.
Can we get one post sign here? Here, you want to
Twice.
sign? Oh, twice. Is it?
Oh, are they all twice? They're
No,
not.
just one.
Oh,
Just that
one
one.
twice,
Oh,
okay.
Mike Wells is St. Jackson. The rest of these are just my signature, so.
Hallelujah. I move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion been made, and seconded to adjourn. Any more discussion? Having none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Good meeting.
This one.